What's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here, Prometheus HRT Pro Bodybuilder, and also nutrition training and hormone expert. Guys, we got something sweet for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys what I eat, how I eat it, and how to do the perfect carnivore diet, the Spartan carnivore diet. Boom! When I am doing that, trying to be at my best bodybuilding, fitness, athletic in terms of performance. All right, so first I'm going to show you guys in the kitchen what I'm eating, how I'm cooking it, what I'm going to be doing, and what my day in terms of eating looks like. And then I'm going to show you guys some sweet footage that we took today also in the gym. So we're going to show you guys all of that. Having said that, I want to give a quick shout out to Prometheus HRT. Prometheus HRT is, in my opinion, the world's best testosterone and hormone replacement clinic. There's no other clinic that I know of that is going to give you high dose testosterone replacement and high dose HGH replacement, in addition to also offering other anabolics like Carnivore, Winstrol, Dianabol as part of your androgen replacement. So guys, boom, Seth Spartan, let's get started in the kitchen. All right, so first and foremost, and I could be an Aldi's sales rep because a lot of the food I like to get is at Aldi's. I am not currently paid by Aldi's, although I should be. But so here's some of the foods that I eat, and just being plain and straightforward and honest with you guys. So you want you to scoot in just a little closer here so they can see. So typically I'm eating mostly red meat, okay? We got tons of, these are all the different cuts and different meats that I prefer. I'm gonna hold them up in a second. So, but typically when I'm like competition, kill it, do or die, I'm eating mostly red meat because just, the creatine, the L-carnitine, the L-carnosine, and all the other stuff I've talked about that you're just not going to find in the same quantities in chicken and pork. Having said that, for maximum muscle mass, you guys already know I talked about this. For maximum muscle mass, you want to stick to beef and pork. Those are the longest acting proteins in the bloodstream. Chicken, a little bit shorter, but still good. Having said that, we got chicken breasts. We're gonna take a look at that. Big old family pack chicken breasts. These are the best chicken breasts that I have found, and I've shopped almost every store. They taste the best, and they're probably one of the best prices is at Aldi's. Also, this is some of my favorite pork. This is country style pork ribs, still pretty lean for the most part, but they taste amazing. And the chicken I'm going to be air frying, and the pork ribs, we're going to be air frying as well. I love air frying stuff. Let's see here. And obviously I've got, this is probably one of my favorites, organic grass-fed ground beef. I typically switch back and forth between the 93% lean and the 85% lean. Both are around $5 a pound at Aldi's. All this stuff I picked up at Aldi's because I can get pretty much everything I want at Aldi's. Although I will shop for a lot of my beef. My favorite place to shop for beef is for ground beef, Sam's Club, and for like meat, like non-ground beef, I like Aldi's. So having said that, we got I showed you guys the chicken, the pork I like eating. I also like eating this for pork. This is baby back pork ribs. These are some of my favorites, guys. They're so good, so good. So what I'll do is I'll typically, maybe I'll cut this in half, depending, maybe I'll eat the whole thing if I want to. But I'll typically, this is also specialty from Aldi's. Aldi's just has pretty much everything. I want to say this though, the only thing I won't buy at Aldi's in terms of meat, they got the best chicken, the best pork, the best, in my opinion, most of the time, the best regular beef, non-ground beef. But I will not buy from Aldi's because it's trash. I'm just going to say that. I will not buy their regular ground beef that they stock on their shelves. I'll buy this because there's no additives or anything in it. I'll buy the Aldi's organic grass-fed ground beef, but I won't buy their regular ground beef because if you look on the back, it says beef. Look on the back in the ingredients, it says beef, but it also says natural flavors. And you have no clue what they're jamming in there. If they were just putting salt or pepper or some other things, they would list that, but they're putting other things in there, additives, maybe antioxidants, if they want to call it that, to try to make the beef last longer. So You know, so anyways, having said all that, I already explained where I like to shop. All these for pretty much everything except the ground beef. The only exception is if you get their organic grass fed, then it's good. Otherwise, stay away from the additives. Always check the back. Make sure there's only one ingredient. Like if I'm buying beef, it should say on the back only beef or no additives. You guys get the idea. Okay, anyways, boom. Having said that, I showed you guys the chicken I like to eat. I showed you guys the pork. I showed you guys the specialty baby back ribs. I love that stuff. Also, I really love to eat black Angus chuck roasts. I love these. These are great. Chop it up how you want. Eat it how you want. I love the sirloin tip roast. I also love what's it called? The bottom roast. I think that's pretty much it. It's bottom roast that you can get from either Piggly, Aldi's, whatever. I'm not sure if they have it at Sam's Club, but this is so. Why don't you real quick come around and just show everybody like where it's all lined up here. Come around this side. So guys, this is pretty much here. I'll take the camera for a second. So guys, this is pretty much everything one of the main staples of all the stuff I love eating, during the week. There's a few other things that I'll buy sometimes. You can go back over there. There's a few other things that I'll buy sometimes, but this is like the staple of the Spartan carnivore diet for performance. Having said that, I'm going to chop some of this stuff up and show you guys how much I eat. So we'll just start with, today. Most of the time if it's competition full send, I want to be at my absolute best. It's primarily red meat. Having said that, you guys know I've been in competition mode, so I have I've been eating nothing but beef alone basically for months. So I'm going to switch things up a little bit. So Spartan carnivore diet for today. I'm going to cut into first and foremost the chicken breasts. I'm going to probably do about 1.5 pounds. And this is for one meal, okay? So typically the first meal of the day, big meal. What I like to do is I like to wake up. Train completely fasted. And if I really need to cut down, I'll train fasted. Then I'll do some light cardio afterward or before, depending on what I'm training that day. And then I'll go into my eating schedule in a second. So just pulled out the chicken breast, the fat, nice, perfect Aldi's chicken. So what I'll do is I'll take the chicken breast out and I'll literally just cut it straight down the middle. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. You want to come a little closer. So I'm going to take out the chicken breast, perfect. I'm just going to slice this straight down the middle. Look at that, perfectly cut in half. So then this is going to go in the air fryer and you cook it just like a steak. So I'm going to switch this over to pounds. I got a nice cheap electric scale from Amazon. All right, so I'll cut that in half. We're at 0.73. Cut another one down the middle. All right, another big fat juicy chicken breast cut straight down the middle. Again, I'm basically cutting these right down the middle so they cook faster, they taste better, and they're just like, whoa, kind of botched this one, but that's fine. But cut it straight down the middle. You can see like what this looks like, and then they cook them just like a steak. Air fried. Typically air fry. 7 to 10 minutes on one side, 7 to 10 minutes on the other. You cook it so it's like it just tastes perfect in terms of it's not overcooked at all. You still keep all the moisture in. It's just enough to where it's just completely done through. All right, so that's pretty much. If you see the packet, this is a monster packet I picked up today, but I basically took out 2 decent sized chicken breasts, sliced them down the middle so I can air fry them like a steak. And if you look at the poundage, it's about 1.5 pounds. So this will be good for me for chicken for the first meal. So, and this is not the only thing that we're eating. So that's one. We're at about one. It says 1.7 or 1.47. It's about 1.5 pounds. So we're at a pound and a half of chicken. What else do I want to eat today? I'm going to say baby back pork ribs. So out of all this stuff, like I said, mainly I when I was in competition mode, I literally only ate beef the last couple months. If I'm not in competition mode and I'm just doing Spartan carnivore and I want to be at my best, I'll typically rotate around, just kind of eat what I'm feeling, but typically beef is the majority. Having said that, we're mixing it up like I said. So when I was at Aldi's, I picked out, you guys can probably see this, I literally picked up a ton of different baby back ribs they had, and I picked what looked the leanest, had the most meat. I kind of know what I'm looking for with meat, but this was one of the leanest baby back pork ribs. So I'm literally just going to, let's see here. This thing says 3.8 pounds. I'm literally just going to cut it in half, and then I'm pretty much good. So I'm going to pretty much just feel where the rib is, and this is the easiest way to do this that I have found. Well, the label's kind of in the way, so maybe I'll go a little bit less than normal, but I kind of feel where the rib is, and I'm just going to cut it literally right through the package and just slide it right down. Okay. Come on. There we go. And this way too, cutting it right through the package, I found is because then I can, when I get it out, I can literally just use the package to keep the rest of it fresh. So there we go. This knife could have been just a little bit sharper, but so basically just took the ribs, cut them in half-ish, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my portion for today, or for my first meal. All right, add onto the scale, and that brings up our total. Anybody want to guess? That brings up our total meat to 2.5. It's about 2.59 pounds. So my first meal of the day, we're talking about 2.5 pounds of meat. Okay. So depending on your weight, I'm weighing in around, 220, 225 right now. I want to put on muscle. This is, no messing around bodybuilding. You need the protein, you need good protein, but typically my first meal, if I'm trying to bulk carnivore, I want to be aiming, for me, 220, everything I do in a day, I want to be aiming for about 2 to 2.5. Maybe if I'm starving, I'll go up to 3 pounds my first meal. All right, and if I'm dieting down, probably about 1.5 pounds. And I'll try to make a point to eat slower. And also if I'm dieting, guys, honestly, pro tip here, I found that I will stick to mostly ground beef and just when I cook it in a pan, add a little salt, but I'll really mix it up and I'll just eat that super slow. Because I found for myself, guys, that if I eat mostly ground beef when I'm trying to get shredded, it holds me better. And most likely it's because you just eat that way, way slower. You're able to eat it way slower. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for in the kitchen, showing you guys what I eat. But our first meal, on carnivore, both getting bigger and also leaning out a little bit. We're about it for my weight, 220, 225 right now. I'm about at, maybe subtract a little weight from the bones, but 2 to 2.5 pounds of meat for my first meal. And my meal timing right now, if I'm doing carnivore, that's going to look like wake up in the morning, train. I'm not doing cardio right now. Wake up, train fasted, and I'm fasting 17 to 7. I found for me that's about the perfect. You might have to mess around with it, maybe a little shorter, a little longer. But I have found for myself personally, and this is what I like doing, is I like fasting 17 hours and having a 7-hour period where I eat, and not just eat, but I feast, okay? And then you're full and you're happy the rest of the day. So, typically morning, train, have some coffee, caffeine, whatever, and then you're gonna feast the last 7 hours before you go to bed and sleep great. Guys, Seth Spartan, stay safe, stay healthy, and that is in the kitchen. All right, so you're gonna check out now some training videos, and we are out of here. Boom, boom.